Hey guys, welcome to another cast for StarCraft Superstars. This is CyrusII here doing a cast with my good friend and teammate Ideation.
What's up, people? Welcome to another StarCraft Superstars replay. So happy to have you in the house.
Yeah, so this one's interesting. We got a 2v2 going on here, and it's an ALL ZERG battle. That's right, we've got Dark Phoenix here in the top left, top right is Dark Prelate against Cyrus down here in the bottom left, and Ideation in the bottom right, so to speak.
Well, it looks like we're getting a little smack talk down here, making fun of our name. It's a little early for that, don't you think, Cyrus?
Yeah, so we're at about 30 seconds here. Dark Prelate starts smack talking and saying that we're gonna kick his butt, and so we start smack talking back and starts insulting our name. So by about a minute into this game, Ideation and I want to just wipe the floor with these fools and make them eat their own words here. And so...
yeah, sometimes we just play and do funny builds, do whatever it is, but, you know, luckily he let us know he was kind of a jerkhole early on, so we could go with our A game straight out. And Zerg's not my strongest race, but I can certainly pick it up to wipe the floor with the jerk.
Yes, and as you can see, actually, since they were smack-talking and we felt a little offended, insulted, and wanted to get back at them, Ideation and I have already thrown down our spawning pools. Cyrus's is down, Ideation's is almost down, and the only other one that has one, actually, is Dark Prelate over here, who almost has one too. But Dark Phoenix is just now throwing his. He went for an early expansion, as you can see up here in the top right corner, while Dark Prelate went after an early pool along with us. And so CyrusII, as you can see, already has out 6 Zerglings here, and Ideation has also got out some Zerglings, so it looks like we're doing a little bit of a rush here to maybe put on some early pressure, hopefully to kick their butts early and make them eat their stupid words.
And can I just point something out here? If you go up here to Dark Prelate, top right, so he's putting down defense. He went a build for early pressure to fight it off. He didn't expand. He put up these spine crawlers and he's got some Zerglings out. That's a problem when your buddy over here, now if we look over here at Dark Phoenix, he expanded early. He's just now getting down 2 spine crawlers. So what happens basically is if he gets hit, what are you going to be able to do about it to help him? Nothing. Oh, and look what's happening right now.
And here we go, we've got the Zerglings from Cyrus and Ideation moving in, going straight for those drones. Luckily they put them in a little bit of a choke there between the hatchery and the minerals, and so the Zerglings are just whittling away at those drones. We go here to the income. Harvester's down, big time for Dark Phoenix. He's down to 5 while everybody else is in double digits. And his spine crawlers were not able to get done in time to really do some damage and protect all those drones. And so it was a good idea for Cyrus and Ideation to go over and hit him first because his defense was not up yet, whereas Dark Prelate's over here was long done. And so most of the damage we were able to do to Dark Phoenix just because he was late on getting those spine crawlers down, which he has now moved forward, which could still leave, actually, the back of this Dark Phoenix's base open because he's moved all of them forward. And here we see that Ideation has sent in another wave of Zerglings who are running in here, hopefully to do some damage, maybe on this expansion or maybe get into the main again. And you'll
see that this was a bit of miscommunication on our part. I kept building Zerglings, you expanded, and you went Roach. But I figured I'd send them in anyway since I built them, and I saw that these 2 are out front. There were no drones there, so I figured I'd do a good old Zergling run-by, get back into his base.
Yeah, so Ideation has run into the main base here, taken out even more drones, but Dark Prelate has actually gotten out some Zerglings to counter those Zerglings, sent him over to help his buddy out, Dark Phoenix. And Ideation has lost those, but damage was done. Dark Prelate and Dark Phoenix are still low in their worker count, actually. And Cyrus over here has gone Roach now. Going strong ground. 2 expansions out now. for
you'll notice
Ideation.
that we expanded off of pressure. Whenever you go and do pressure and you do anything that is successful, even moderately successful in your pressure, you should always expand right off of that. They're going to be very defensive. You see that they have these Zerglings out now, and so you can expect to not be pressured by them for quite a while, so you can go ahead and drone up off of that. We've both thrown down now our Roach Warren. I'm going for Lair Tech. I think at this point I decided I wanted to kind of, because they were under so much pressure, I wanted to skip tech on them and go straight for Mutalisk. Try and get in the back of their base.
That's right, and so Cyrus here sticking with the Roach. It was communicated that Ideation was going for Mutas, and so to cover the ground force as well, Cyrus was going heavy Roach, but Ideation also actually getting a Roach Warren out, and it was going to help with Roach ground attack as well. Maybe so they could burrow and get into these expansions up here for Dark Phoenix and Dark Prelate, hit those expansions with buried roaches, and just wreak havoc on their economy, while probably hitting the backsides of their mains with those mutas that Ideation will be getting out here soon.
If you look, I just threw down my my Spire. Usually I throw it in the back of the base, but if you look, he has an Overlord back there, and I knew that because he'd flown it over and I had tried to take it out. I don't want him to see that I'm switching tech on him, because I know they're behind. So I go ahead and I throw it down out of his sight, and I put my Queen down here so that if he tries to fly in and see what we're doing, I can take him out hopefully before he sees what I'm doing and can throw down some Spore Crawlers.
That's right. Interesting to note, too, if you look at the income up here in the top left of the screen, Dark Phoenix actually has 0 gas going. He has 3 out of the 4 extractors down on those gas vents, and not harvesting any of them. Interesting decision by Dark Phoenix here.
He seems to know that mutas are coming. You see how many Spore Crawlers he's throwing down there. I don't know why he did that, if he's just trying to preempt, but that's 400 minerals that he just threw down there. If you're going to do that, oh no, look, he's thrown some more down on his expansion, so that's 5, 6, 7, 800 minerals he just threw down.
Almost
I think early on, unless you know that there's a huge muta pack, you can get away with 1 or 2 at each base. You don't need to throw that many down. And what that translates to is less drones, less income, less army overall, and they're going to pay for it in the end.
That's right, and Roach is coming out here for Cyrus. Mutas are starting to come out here for Ideation soon. And along with Roach, interesting to note, though, that Cyrus here has researched Burrow, while Ideation has not yet, and that will come up here in a few minutes. But there's the good-sized force of mutas that Ideation just pumped out, while scouting is going on by the Cyrus's extra speedlings up here in the middle right, looking for expansions that probably might have come out from Dark Prelate and Dark Phoenix. Always a good idea to take speedlings and just go and search that map. You never know when an enemy is going to go do maybe a far-off expansion somewhere to throw you off, and so speedlings are great for scouting and great for just getting out and seeing what's out there. But here we go. Here comes with the harassment, mutas and speedlings hitting that expansion for Dark Phoenix. Interesting to note that the mutas here, Ideation doing a good job and going straight for those spine crawlers there to take them out so that the Zerglings can wreak more havoc on the drones there in the back. And so good countering here going on while the Zerglings are taking out the ground over there. The mutas are hanging back so that the anti-air that is all along the backside. Yeah, and Dark Phoenix is catching on to that, is picking up some Spore Crawlers and moving them more forward to try and take out these mutas that have come. And boom, they have gotten the hatchery there at the expansion and are running away, hoping to maybe do some more damage. Cyrus running in the back base here with those extra Zerglings, maybe to catch some drones off guard, but there's a lot of ground protection there. He's losing all of his Zerglings, and they're gone now, while Ideation over here now hitting the main for Dark Phoenix, and nothing is going to be able to stop him here. Dark Phoenix does have a Hydralisk den down, but he doesn't have any Hydralisks out yet, and so Ideation wreaking havoc on this main base here. Unfortunately, Dark Phoenix only put spore crawlers in the back side of his base, not thinking, of course, that he could just fly right in the front, which he did. Oh, and there goes the lair. Well done by Ideation.
That's what happens, Smack Talker, when you spend all your money on static defense. Guess what? I can fly around it. And he spends so much money on that, he can't get enough Hydras out in time to be effective.
That's right, and here comes the ground forces running in. Dark Phoenix has lost both his main buildings being revealed while these roaches are about to start wreaking havoc here. A lot of confidence now for Cyrus and Ideation. Maybe some more smack talking will come out here. There goes the Queen. Those Mutalisks are trying to do something to these roaches, but there's far too many roaches for those Mutalisks to really be effective in stopping these roaches. And there's the smack talk by Cyrus. How does my butt taste? Because the first comment by Dark Prelate in this game, 30 seconds in, was, "Oh, you guys gonna kiss our butts?" And so, Dark Phoenix answering as queer. Cyrus drops down his roaches to heal, but Ideation hasn't caught Burrow yet. And so, Cyrus has done his healing, runs back in with the rest of these roaches from Ideation. They're running around trying to get some damage done in here. Cyrus goes straight for that spawning pool, gets it, runs to the back of the base. Ideation's roaches distracting all the other army, while Cyrus runs to the back, goes straight for that spire. He has now hit the spire and the spawning pools, devastating to Dark Prelate, more or less taking out all his offensive units now. Dark Prelate's going to have to throw down a whole nother spawning pool, but instead he's now actually going straight for hatcheries. Maybe he's going to try and macro a ton at a time right now. Cyrus trying to run away with those roaches. Doesn't get too far before running into some extra issues here. Mutalisk coming in to try and hit these roaches as well. Cyrus retreating, and there it is. Dark Prelate pulls away again, back to his base to probably try and bunker up.
And can I just give a tip here? If you're not that good, if you're going to throw down 2 useless hatcheries in your base when you don't even have a natural yet, if you're that bad, don't talk smack, especially at the beginning of the game. So, I mean, really, you throw down these macro hatcheries when you have loads of income and you're not able to keep up with your production. But if you're broke and you have no income, you don't throw down 2 extra hatcheries in your base. So there's one of them is left. I'm going in the back with the mutas here. We know that we have their back broken. We were a little worried about the muta count on their end because he had more than I did. Nice. Very nice.
Cyrus sees that Dark Phoenix has left, and so the smack talking ensues because Dark Prelate's the only one there who did the initial smack talking. So he says, "Make sure to lick deep in my crack."
Wait, Cyrus, can you explain for our viewers what a dingleberry is?
Dingleberry is a little excess of food that hangs off the butt hair.
Excellent. Wonderful imagery there. Thank you for that.
Yep.
So just cleaning out the base over here, and now it's 2-on-1. We know that his income is not very good.
Yep. And
it's
so...
only a matter of time. Oh, and looks like Cyrus is going for the Nightest one.
Yep, so Ideation is cleaning out Dark Phoenix so that Dark Prelate can't get those extra minerals from his base, while Cyrus is thrown down the Nidus room and is pumping out speedlings in the back of Dark Prelate's base to hopefully get a sneak attack in there. Dark Prelate has noticed and is sending in the reinforcements. Unfortunately, Cyrus did not send quite enough ground units through that Nidus worm, or at least not all at once, to really do some damage, but they have gotten a great idea of the forces that Dark Prelate has now, seeing how he has rebuilt his spire and a spawning pool. Dark Prelate has a fair amount of Mutalisks there, a fair amount of speedlings, and is obviously trying to go for a fast macro right now. He has 1,500 mins, but only 30 gas, so struggling right now to probably get out some more Mutalisks, but he can pump out...
He has a lot of mutas, though.
He does have a lot of mutas, and here he is trying to hit, going straight for the back of Cyrus's base here. Cyrus has gone Hydra here to try and counteract those. The mutas and Hydras start wreaking havoc on Dark Prelate's Mutalisks, and the game is over. Dark Prelate quits. No rebuttal. No more smack talking for him. I wonder why. Interesting he didn't say anything else there at the end. Maybe because he had nothing to back up his words with.
Yeah. So that was definitely a fun game. I love making people eat their words. Got our juices running. That was a good win for us. As far as tactically and strategy, when you're going against Zerg, which we knew we were, at least at this level, everybody pressures hard. So that's why we threw down our pools. They didn't come in with any pressure. We had already spent money. If you spend the money, go out and put some pressure on. That ended up paying off big time. We were able to put pressure on one of them, eventually tech switch on them, come in with just a massive force of roaches and do damage, even though we lost most of the army. And in the end, they just couldn't keep up with our macro, and, it was a good win. I enjoyed it.
Good playing, good countering, good pressure. Just remember, guys, if you don't have the actions to back up your words, don't do the smack talk. Your mouth is writing checks your body can't cash, as Top Gun said. So thanks for joining us today. Catch us on the next cast. Like, subscribe here at StarCraft Superstars. Cyrus saying bye.
Checking out, people.
Thanks.